A man who dropped everything to defend his people is now home for good. In October last year, we met Logan Alef. The Fort Myers man went overseas to fight for his people and defend his religion after the October 7th Hamas attack.
And the first time we spoke to Logan, it was over FaceTime with Rabbi Minkowitz of Chabad Lubavitch of Southwest Florida. And while speaking to him, we could hear gunshots flying over Logan's head.
In November, after Logan was gone from his family for weeks, Wink News was there when he returned to his family safe. Now Logan is done serving for the IDF and he is home for good with his family in Fort Myers. Hello again, I'm Amanda Hall.
And I'm Russ McCaskey. And now Logan is sharing with only Wink News what he saw while he was fighting Hamas. Wink News reporter Claire Galt joins us now live. So Claire, how does Logan feel being home?
Ross, Logan Alef told me it is wonderful to be home with his wife and his little girl. He told me he did not want to leave them, but it was something that he had to do. And for the first time, he shared with me just how bad things were over fighting Hamas while leaving the two people he cared for most alone here at home.
In Logan Alef's home, 5-year-old Lila is the drill sergeant.
So I fix it.
She picks out the games, the players.
Only these persons.
Oh.
Sometimes it's a battle.
What about the Lincoln log?
That is not even a toy.
But it's a battle Logan would gladly fight every second of every day.
I love you. Life is a joy.
Because Logan knows there's no joy in a real war zone. There's no love, no hugs, not from his little girl, not from his wife, Sarah. Logan told me war is evil.
You know, you can't make a cartoon comic book villain more evil than Hamas.
On October 7th, Hamas terrorists crossed the Gaza border into Israel, tortured, raped, and butchered hundreds of Israelis, people living in the place where Logan grew up, the place his family, his friends still call home.
The worst vicious animals don't do things like this.
Logan served in the Israeli army once before and felt it was his duty to serve again.
You have to protect your family. And that's the whole guiding motivation.
While fighting Hamas, Logan and I stayed in touch. He told me things were bad, but he couldn't tell me how bad until now.
But for the first 3 weeks, we were very, very, very busy. There were a lot of still roaming bands of terrorists in the south. There were still a lot of unrest. And as part of the Special Forces Border Police, we went down to the south. You know, we're capturing and arresting Hamas terrorists.
Logan told me when his unit got word there was a Hamas terrorist to track down.
Boom, it's go time, ready to go. You know, ran in, grabbed the guy, arrested him. We know he's armed. We know his intent, but how do we have the operation where we don't have any harm to civilians? We get him and only him. So there's a lot of waiting involved.
The waiting was rarely quiet. There were rockets with sirens.
Constantly.
And so was missing Lila and Sarah.
Sarah counted every single day, 7 weeks.
Afraid for her husband because she knew he was surrounded by so much death. Finally, on Lila's 5th birthday, Logan came home. What was supposed to be a surprise turned into a welcome home.
My wife did say, "You're never doing that again." So I'm never doing that again.
And now, Logan is at peace. He knows his family in Israel is safe and that he did his duty.
Our chapter is done and we get to move on with our lives.
Thankfully, Logan's got a heck of a commander.
Final touch.
To show him the way.
Yeah, there you go.
Logan told me he is proud to have served his country and defended his family, but now he has a new job of being the best dad and the best husband he could possibly be.
Oh, we'll enjoy catching up with them, and they're happy to have him
They are
home.
happy to have him home.
Yeah, and he probably needs some time to decompress as well.
Yeah,
That was
he's
very
seen,
intense from that video
yeah.
we saw.
Yeah,
So,
well, he's ready to get started.
yeah,
All right,
we wish
thank
him
you,
all the
Claire.
best. All right, well.